Says I'm live. There we go. All righty. Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for February 4th. February 4th is the 35th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, with 333 days remaining to the end of the year, or 331 if it happens to be a leap year. Right about now is the approximate midpoint of winter in the Northern Hemisphere and of summer in the Southern Hemisphere. February 4th is World Cancer Day, a day set aside to raise awareness of cancer and encourage its prevention, detection, and treatment. They have a theme that changes, sometimes annually, sometimes the theme covers more than a year. For example, the current theme is I am and I will. Hand on hip, finger, I am and I will. In addition to World Cancer Day on February 4th, there's also National Prostate Health Month in September, World Lymphoma Awareness Day on September 15th, and Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October. There might be more besides those, but those are the ones that I'm aware of just right out of the box here. As a two-time survivor, I say to you, take care of yourselves. Today's word is duplicitous. Duplicitous is an adjective that means given to or marked by deliberate deceptiveness in behavior or speech, exhibiting exhibiting duplicity, deceitful, double-dealing. Duplicitous is used to describe someone who intentionally misleads people, especially by saying different things to different people or acting in different ways at different times. This word comes to us from Latin, meaning double or twofold. I'd like to take a moment to mention that links to my research are included in the show notes. I ask you to go ahead and click that like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Remember that you can share this video with others with the link in your email, messaging, or social media. And there is a link in the show notes to my This Day in History playlist. I'll put it up in the iCards as well when the live is finished and we go to replays. Let's see here. All righty. I think we're ready to get started. Jump right into the history here. On February 4th, in the year 1169, there was an earthquake along the eastern side of Sicily with an estimated magnitude of 6.4, right between 6.4 and 7.3. It was severe enough to set off a tsunami and cause the deaths of some 15,000 people. On February 4th, in the year 1789, George Washington was unanimously elected as the first president of the United States by the U.S. Electoral College. On February 4th, 1797, there was an earthquake in Ecuador. That's in South America, of course. This had a severity of about a magnitude 8.3, causing tens of thousands of casualties. This is the birthday of American pilot and explorer Charles Lindbergh, born February 4th, 1902. Pretty sure we've all heard of his nonstop flight from New York City to Paris, but I did not know until I conducted today's research that he was a U.S. airmail pilot before that. And that's not the only surprise I got. It seems he lived a double life of sorts. Well, let me back up just a little bit. You know, if you've heard about the kidnapping of the Lindbergh baby, that's pretty overwhelming news. It was a terrible thing that happened. Someone kidnapped their little boy in the night, and someone sent a ransom note, and they caught the guy that picked up the money, but the child was not found alive. And it was terrible news, and it's still talked about to this day. But with all that talk about the Lindbergh baby, I never heard anything about the other children that he had. He had a lot more children. He had, let's see, 5, I think. Let's see here. Overshadowed the fact that he and Mrs. Lindbergh had 5 other children. And after his and Mrs. Lindbergh's deaths, it came out that he also had a secret, well, more than one, that secret families over in Europe. And these were confirmed by DNA in 2003. Anyway, there you go, duplicitous. Charles Lindbergh died in 1974 at the age of 72. This is the birthday of Rosa Parks, born February 3rd, 1913. She is quite famous as a civil rights activist. This is the birthday of 44th Vice President of the United States, Dan Quayle, born February 4th, 1947. Still alive, he turns 74 in 2021. This is the birthday of the singer-songwriter known as Alice Cooper. Still alive, he turns 73 in 2021. He presented a pretty wild presentation. He gave, a pretty wild presentation when he was performing. But as an ordinary individual, he's just a regular guy, likes to play golf. That's funny. Busy, busy day for earthquakes on February 4th, 1975. There was a 7.3 earthquake in China, and on February 4th, 1976, there was a 7.5 earthquake that hit Guatemala and affected Honduras as well, causing about, I think, 23,000 deaths, 76,000 injured, many, many thousands left homeless. And on February 4th, 1998, a 5.9 earthquake in Afghanistan with thousands of casualties. Happy birthday, Facebook. February 4th, 2004. And I don't think we've been on about 7.5 minutes. I'll just say this turned out to be a shorter read than I thought it would be, but that is all I have for you today. Hope you learned something you didn't know before. I know I sure did. I always do. As always, links to my research are in the show notes. I'll put them up there in the corner also. And I'll also add the link to last year's episode for February 4th in the iCards. Sometimes I cover some of the same items, maybe a little bit differently. And there will be some things that I didn't talk about today, some things today that I didn't talk about then. So go ahead and check that out. And I guess that's it. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Now we look for the thank you very much button, and thank you very much.